Hello everyone, Seraphin here. Welcome back for more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. When I last left you guys, we got midway through Chapter 19. We managed to drive off the Ravens and make them not bad guys. I mean, they're still not exactly good guys, but they're not bad guys anymore. And now we've got a pretty barren field to deal with, just a lonely boss and a couple of dudes, and I guess there's a couple of Ballista too, but whatever, they're not that big a deal. So what we're going to do now, Jill's had her fun with all these guys, but we're going to send her to take out this Ballista because I'm sick and tired of looking at it. So let's go ahead and have Ilyana start mopping up the floor with some of these guys. Make a basic... You know what, we're going to keep using his Thunder because I really need to rank up her Thunder ranking. It is possible that she'll have access to a very strong endgame weapon if we get her to S rank Thunder. And you really don't need to worry about using any other kind of magic. Thunder is the strongest magic in this game. It's not the easiest to land hits with, but hey, promoted Ilyana, isn't that nice? It is the strongest, not the easiest to land hits with, but it does crit the most as well. So in essence, it is the best magic in this game. It is the heaviest too, I believe, but Ilyana's got actually really passable strength, so it's not really that big of a deal to her. I think she's going to have 9 after she promotes here, which is more than enough to hold some of the heaviest lightning tomes and not lose any speed. And then she's showing off some leg now, for sure. There we go, 9 strength. Yeah, that's a pretty solid promotion, I'm not gonna lie. So when you promote mages in this game, you get the option to use either staves or knives. Why you would ever choose knives, I don't have a clue. All it does is let you use those basic 2 might knives, and you use your strength stat, and her strength is what, 9? So she'd have a whopping 11 attack. What is she gonna do with that? And you may be saying, well, she can fight other mages with it and do more damage. I'm like, yeah, but I still think with her much higher magic, she can still do more damage even against mages that have more resistance than defense. And honestly, being able to use healing staves and have extra healers in a pinch, why, it's just so much more utilitarian. And you can use status staves even going up further than that. So really, there's no excuse to not ever pick staves over knives. There just isn't. So we're going to go ahead and pick staves, obviously. I think one of the pre-promoted sages you get later on in the game comes with knives instead of staves, and it's just like, why would you want that? It's just all the more incentive for you to train your own mages and promote them, rather than use the pre-promote ones, even though the pre-promotes aren't bad, but they have knives. What are they going to do with that? Anyway, moving on. We're going to have Jill come up here and take out this Ballista that was harassing her earlier. And that way she can move in on the Wyverns and hopefully take them out. We just have one more Ballista to deal with up in the top right, and I think Marcia can close in and take him down in a single turn, maybe. That's another level up for Jill. Would you get strength, please, my dear? That'd be great. Well, skill, speed, defense. She's getting plenty of that, but still no strength. That's a little irritating, I'm not gonna lie. Might need to feed her an energy drop and see how she does with that. She's got plenty of room to grow still, so I'm not super concerned about it. She's going to cap defense. There's almost no way that's not going to happen. She'll probably cap her speed as well. I think her speed cap's like 24 or 25. So she'll get there pretty quick. Her strength cap, however, is like 27 or 28. So if she's going to reach that, she's going to start getting some level ups in that. I can offset that a little bit with an energy drop, but not like all the time. Alright, Soren still needs some XP. Who can we kill with him? We can take out this Myrmidon, and then I can dance for him and take out somebody else too. So he's our only guy to not yet be promoted, which is kind of strange considering he's been with us for a very long time. And his stats are by all accounts incredible. Again, he's capped 2 stats and nearly capped another one. That's ridiculous. Nearly capped 2, honestly. Single digit luck in defense, but it's still pretty solid for a mage. Thankfully, when he does promote, he will gain, I think, 2 strength as a promotion bonus, and that will mean he can use Elwind with no speed loss. So he will become much faster as a result of promoting, and he'll start doubling everything. So let's have him take out the soldier. Sounds like a decent plan. Did that guy not retaliate against me last turn? Like, he didn't move, did he? Seems kind of weird. I guess I'll take advantage of that then. No more soldier. Oh, so close. Really, Soren? He just has to sneeze on somebody and he'll be promoted. That's pretty interesting. Alright, let's move Ike up, shall we? And decimate this poor sod, who probably thought he was going to have a better day than he currently is. Well, can't have everything you want, I guess. Sometimes bad stuff just happens. What you get when you're in the middle of a military battle and you're fighting a bunch of awesome people. Alright, Nephany, I think it's your time to shine, my dear. Take down Mr. Sniper here. This is another person I'm concerned about their strength not becoming great enough, although she makes up for it by critting all the friggin' time. Nephany definitely does have some strength problems, and it's the same case with the sequel, Radiant Dawn, where she's in. She's much better in that one than this one, believe it or not, even though she's great in this game too. But she, again, has some issues with her strength early on, so I'm going to try to mitigate that as much as I possibly can. You know, I think Marcia might deserve a hit or two. Well, let's let Astrid do it. She needs some more experience, too. Look at that. Actually, let's get her axe rank up, shall we? Because what is she at with bows? C? That's good enough. I mean, she can't use silver or anything just yet, but... scratch that. Hit rate's not spectacular. Let's just go with bows. Once she gets silver bows, she'll be a wrecking ball, because she'll just mow through everything with wings. And I will say, Paladins, super cool. I love their battle models. They look amazing. I know we've had one, like, since literally the first level with Titania, but I just love how Paladins look. If I wanted another one, I could have had one too. I could have trained Makalov too, but he's just not worth it. He's not terrible if you train him. He's just not as good as Astrid and Oscar and usually even Kieran either. Oscar is, I think, by far the best out of the Cavaliers you get starting out. Move him up here. Maybe bait, probably, for that ballista if necessary. Tanith, we want to put right over... Oh, Marcia, rather, not Tanith. Make sure we're out of range of that ballista. We don't need to mess with any of that nonsense. Put her here, and Tanith right next to her. And bring up Boyd as well. Sad to say, we don't really need Janeth all that much anymore. I'm going to keep him around just in case, but he kind of served his purpose already. We can move Mist up here. It's so nice having a mounted healer. The boss does not move, by the way. I think Abandoned would be more accurate. No, you probably shouldn't have ever trusted them. That was really silly of you. Unfortunately, I think that guy's toast. If he gets hit by both of the wyverns, he's going to be dead. Unless he manages to dodge one of them. Oh, hey, look, he did. Fantastic. And he transforms as a result of getting shot at, which is cool, so now he's even harder to hit. So it looks to be that all the ravens are going to survive. Because there's no way that guy's got enough damage to kill him in a single hit. And he's going to transform right away, too, at the start of their next turn, and fly right the heck away, I imagine. Yep, he's gone. Oh, he's not quite gone, but he's almost gone. But he's got enough HP to survive a couple of hits, I think. Speaking of, let's go ahead and send Jill in here to mop up these wyverns before they get too cocky. If I can get a lucky crit on this guy, that'd be awesome. I'm not going to rely on it, of course, but... I wish there was an axe that did extra damage versus flyers. I don't think there... Oh, wow, she got a crit. Goodbye, wyvern, sir. 6% crit there, I think. Pretty stellar. Alright, so now we can contend with the ballista here. Now, the weird thing is, even though this guy's manning a ballista, he can still retaliate with his regular bow. I don't quite know how that makes any sense. But we're going to attack him with the Rampaya, and it will break as a result of killing him, and then I'll have a sword equipped to deal with the axe guy. Which will be perfect. Nice knowing you, Rampaya. You did well. Even without the full guard, it only takes a couple of damage from this guy, which is nice. And I don't believe there's much in the way of reinforcements, if any, on this map, really. So without the ravens, there's not going to be much else for us to do. What we can do is move up with Astrid and take a pot shot at this enemy cavalry bow. And then we need to bail her out to get out of range of the boss. Although I think she's fast enough to not get doubled by him. Still don't want her taking more than the hit from this guy. Her defense is not spectacular. Although it would be magic, wouldn't it, at range? So I'm not sure how that works, to be honest with you. That's another level up for Astrid. strength, skill, and resistance. And magic. You know, I wish there was a magic bow in this game. There's not, but if there were, she would be a pretty solid user of that, I would imagine. And sadly, Rayson is just out of range to go chant for someone. But we can heal up Astrid real quick, at the very least. Actually, let's give her an axe. Just in case that wyvern comes calling on her. Of course, the boss does have a healing friend back there. We might need to deal with him first. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's move up the troops. Stay just out of range of the boss. I don't want to get too close to him. And again, Soren just needs to cough on someone and they will die. He's not observing proper social distancing, unfortunately, in this map. But you know what? We're at war and things have changed. Can't quite reach Soren to dance for him, but we can dance for Mist. Is there anybody that needs healing? I don't recall. Actually, has Janeth been healed since he took the hits from King Kilvis? I don't think he has. No, he has not. Let's heal him up just for the sake of it. 19 magic's pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. Let's put Mist over here. And we'll have Tanith on stage. We actually really didn't even need Tanith, did we? That's a bummer. But it is what it is. We'll put Oscar right here. And give him an axe. And we'll park Janeth over here. He's got a little bit left in his gauge, so he's not in danger of untransforming anytime soon. So Wyvern's still going for that Raven. Oh, jeez. Please tell me he's not going to try to heal again. He needs to just leave. This guy's going to miss. There's no way. Marcia's just too darn fast and has a sword. Please just leave the map, Mr. Raven. He's not leaving. He's healing. Oh, you... Is it elixir? Huh. Interesting. Now we have transformed Rayson, which is perfect, because we're about to go murder us a boss. I could Killer Lance this guy and potentially kill him, but I'm just going to go with the axe, because again, I want to rank up Jill's axe rank as quick as possible. Because when she has the ability to use, like, the Brave Axe, she is scary. Very, very scary. More so than she already is, of course. She's on a freaking giant flying lizard. What? I mean, it doesn't get much scarier than that. That stupid jerk can still reach that Raven. He's probably still going to try, too. What if I put Janeth over here? Does that block him from getting there? Yeah, it does. Perfect. So we can take care of him. Let's have Marcia finish off this silly sod. Resolution is just enough damage. Nice try, pal. Can I have that short axe? I'm a little low on those. Maybe some other time. Alright, now we can move Marcia up to join the rest of the crew here. We can probably just finish the map this turn, honestly. With the exception of that... Actually, I want to kill the wyvern, so maybe we'll wait. I want to get a little extra XP. Speaking of, we need to heal Marcia real quick. Not that badly hurt, but... her HP is a little low. 32 when she's a promoted unit. Maybe I'm just making reference to Radiant Dawn, because people have a lot more HP in that game than they do in this one. I guess it's because the caps are higher and there's 3 tiers of promotion, maybe? Alright, Soren, go ahead and knock over that guy. I could just attack the boss. He does 2 damage to me. And he doesn't double. You know what? Yeah, let's just have him... let's have him sneeze on the boss here real quick. Break wind against him. My sword is lightning. Do you think you can follow its dance? I mean... I think your sword is more wind than lightning. Oh no, he adepted. He's gonna do 4 damage to me now. Oh, I'm so scared. Yeah, Soren looks like he might die any second, huh? Oh, that's promoted Soren. I could just leave him there. The boss really isn't a threat to him. Especially, he's going to get 2 resistance, I'm pretty sure, when he promotes, which means that 2 damage the boss was doing to him is now going to be 0. So, Soren really not in any danger there. That is Sage Soren, who has interesting purple robes now instead of black ones. 2 strength, perfect. And 2 resistance. Yep, so now he's not being slowed down by his wind tome. And he's going to get stabs, obviously. And now the boss does no damage to him. Which is just delightful. Look at this monster. 21 magic, 21 speed, 22 resistance. That's ridiculous. And he's not weighed down by his favorite wind tome. That's just incredible. Alright, who needs the kill against that other cavalier? I'm thinking we let Nephany do it. I just like giving Nephany experience, if that wasn't already obvious. We're gonna need the killer lance, though. Hopefully she lands a crit here. That is a crit! I like how she just slides right through them. Just undercuts. Wrecked. It is cool. There are actually... people have different critical animations, whether when they crit and don't kill someone, as to when they crit and do kill someone. Which I think is really cool. We'll have Astrid pick off this guy here. I'll probably do it without wasting Iron Bow uses, but I don't want to break the Zephyr yet either, so we'll just use Iron Bow, it's fine. Paladin with a bow. Pew! That poor horse is gonna be like, would you quit sending arrows past my ears, please? Just here's the thunk of the arrow coming off the bow. It's a good thing it's not scared of that. Our horse is pretty easily scared by stuff like that? I'm not sure. I'm sure it's trained for battle and everything. Alright, we'll send Oscar up here in case we need some assistance dealing with that wyvern. And I don't think anyone's in need of healing at the moment. So really, we're just going to let the boss do his thing, which is going to be a whole lot of nothing. And then we'll just finish him off next turn. Wyvern's going to go run away and heal by the looks of it, but he's not going to get far enough away to avoid Jill. And here comes the boss with his whopping 0 damage Sonic Sword. Oh, he missed that time even. See, Soren's wind hurts a little bit more. Sorry, I'm 12. Anyway. There goes that last Raven. About flippin' time. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this Wyvern with Jill. Yep, that'll do. And then the boss is in a position to be easily wrecked by anybody I choose. Another crit, wow. She crits a lot. I don't know why she crits a lot. She really has no business critting this much, but I'm not gonna complain about it too much. And who do we want to have the kill on Senor Bosso? Ilyana can't quite do it. She's a couple damage shy. Could just lay into it with Soren one more time. Basic Wind Tome. I'm not even using an Elf Wind Tome. That's how much I don't need to. Oh, he adapts, so boss is dead. Well, we promote Soren, and his first act is to absolutely decimate the boss all by himself. Well, doesn't even get a level out of it. Jeez. Alright, well that is that chapter done. That was pretty quick. We won, somehow. Did you not think you were going to? It's because you did an excellent job driving off the ravens. I mean, I didn't really do anything. I just race and talk to him. I mean... I must extend thanks to Racin. Well, sure. My Lord Ike. It's Lincia. Yay! Uh-oh. Titania's got something to say here. Please join me in that building. What could it be? I don't know. Let's find out. Holy... It's gold. Lots of money. It's so much it doesn't even seem real. What do we do with it? It's the spoils of war, so it's ours. Well, that's cool. Ike wants to borrow 50 grand. That's a lot of money. Please use this gold for the mercenary company. You won't borrow it, you'll accept it, and in good faith. The remainder we'll give to Soren for company maintenance. Yeah, that sounds good. We get a boatload of money. Again, they give you a ton of money in this game. So Patrina's less than happy. I hated those filthy crows right from the start. Someone will pay for this. Huh. Once Gallia has fallen, we'll turn our attention to your puny nation and wipe it from the face of the world. Uh-oh. Better run, pal. Dog's breath. She says that a lot. I need a brilliant plan. The king will have my head if this goes on much longer. Yeah, well, because you keep screwing up. Hey, it's Volk. It's the gold you were promised. Oh, good. Finally scraped it together, huh? I'll gladly accept it. Yeah, I don't even need to count it. Where is he? Where is he holding all this gold, by the way? That's a lot of money. Like, is it in that big chest in the background there? There is no report. What? You lying sack of... Uh-oh. Ike looks mad. Too great of a secret to be written down. Oh, that's not good. Father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it and then tell you myself. What was the 50,000 for? It was just to see how resourceful you were. Ike's like, tell me now. I want to hear everything. So Volk here we find was hired to shadow Grail, basically, from a distance. Remain hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived I needed to fulfill my contract. If Grail were to ever go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life. Ike's like, what? What are you talking about? If Grail were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Grail's secret at an appropriate time. Well, you did your job, I guess. And Ike's like, what do you mean berserk? Because of Laurent's medallion. I think this is the first time we're hearing... No, not the first time, but this is one of the first times we're hearing it called that. Laurent's medallion. What medallion? What are you talking about? The one your sister carries. That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake. Grail told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. But I did some investigating on my own, and what I discovered surprised me. Laurent was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Racin, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god and imprisoned it inside. Ike's like, what do you think? Is this some kind of joke or something? Unfortunately, it's not, and I've had no idea how the cursed thing came to be in Grail's possession. I do know the men who hunted your father were actually seeking the medallion, so... Way back when the Black Knight came for Grail and asked him where it was and to give it to him, he was talking about this medallion. What they want with it and what they plan to do with it, just thinking about it gives me the chills. Why would he let Miss carry it around? She's like a tiny child. Because she can carry it safely, and she's actually the only one who can. You want proof? Think about it. Have you ever once touched it? Ike's like, wait, no, I haven't. He's like, he tried to once, but his father scolded him harshly. It was my sisters alone. Compared to other people, so again, here's that word balance. What they mean is order. The balance, the order within your sister is extremely strong. Your mother, it seems, was the same. That's why they could bear it safely. Medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies them 1,000-fold. Grail touched it only once, and it drove him into complete madness. And that's what he meant by berserk. Bjork and Laguz are made of two forces, order and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is the proportion of order and chaos that determines how much the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. Interesting. So the more chaotic someone is internally, the more damage this medallion could do if it were ever to get in their possession. Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day, after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers came for him. 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them all down. Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in and concealed his identity and called him friend. He slew them all one by one until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. They say she smiled as he pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as her life's blood spilled into the street. The medallion's power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. Me? You? If either one of us touched it, I'm certain it would have been we would have been consumed by madness. When your father regained his senses, he tracked me down. It seems he's heard of rumors of me for some time. He needed someone like me, close-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, I turned him down at first, because Grail was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Daeon's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. And that's again why the Black Knight referred to him as Gawain when he encountered him earlier. He knew his real name. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him. Why'd you change your mind? Well, after he lost his wife, his grief was overpowering, so he crippled himself. So this kind of makes sense, and it kind of doesn't. It says he slashed the tendons in his sword hand so that he could not wield a sword again. Like, how would he have systematically known how to do that? Unless he was like a surgeon or something. And how did he make it so he could still use the hand, but not properly wield a sword with it? But anyway, that's the explanation they give. So he can't properly wield a blade anymore. He effectively crippled his right hand. That's why he had to use an axe from there to fight, even though he was still scary good with that thing. So now he's like, oh, he crippled himself, so now maybe I can handle him if I had to. But he was still stronger than most men. That's Grail's secret, as I know it. Now we need to make sure the medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it. He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, even though it's precisely what you're doing, basically. He was killed much sooner than he ever expected to be. So Volk's saying we must... The greatest responsibility we have is to make sure the medallion is safe. One last thing. You want to hire me in the event that you go berserk someday? You make a deal now, we won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I can take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say? So, this actually does have a very... This actually is a choice that matters, so somewhat. So, if you say hire, it doesn't... I don't think it actually costs you really any money. But, you gain the benefit of something in a moment here. If you say no, you don't get that benefit, but you get to keep the money, I think. So, we're going to go ahead and say hire just because I want you to see it. That's a wise decision, and in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity. It was me all along! I'm just kidding. So we find out that Volk is not a thief, Volk is an assassin, which is why he's promoting right now. That's also why, when you get Volk, he comes at level 10. That way, even if you don't ever touch him, he can still promote right here, because 10's the minimum level to promote. So he promotes from thief to assassin. If you say don't hire, you don't get him at all. In fact, I think he leaves, and you don't get Assassin Volk. So we didn't really use him all that much, so these stats are really underwhelming as a level 1 assassin. And of course, he gets a cool mask on. He gets he needs to worry about social distancing now, but he already did that. He was always eating away from everybody and all that stuff. So I'm not really a thief. I'm an assassin. So now we have Assassin Volk, even though we'll probably never use him. That's that. He can still only use knives, by the way, which is just unfortunate. And now Ike is overwhelmed with thoughts and feels. So we're going to go ahead and call it here for right now. That's chapter 19 done with. And we will progress onward to chapter 20 in the next episode. So I thank you very much for joining up to this point. I really do appreciate it. And we will resume with not quite as much more exposition now, but some more really important stuff to come very soon. So stay tuned for that. Feel free to leave a like and a comment on this video if you feel so inclined, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. I would very much appreciate it. And until I see you next time, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.